Reclaim your time. Time. Welcome to AI Advocates. I'm Lisa Dieker.
And I'm Maggie Mosher.
And we're excited to once again help you reclaim some of your time. So, Maggie, I think the topic is avatars. Is that what we're going to talk about?
I think so. Love to make our own.
I know. And they're kind of fun to make, but have you found them hard to make?
It depends. Sometimes when I'm using something easy like Photoshop where all I'm doing is the avatar pictures, it's easy. But then when I'm trying to do something more complicated, then I have trouble.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know an avatar, I'm pretty sure you do, but just in case, we like to always be respectful of the range of listeners we have. It's just really making a creation of something that symbolizes a person. And the movie Avatar is probably the most famous example of that. We're not talking about, having a human inside the computer, but actually having a image that acts like a human or looks like a human. And so, yeah, Maggie, I'm doing, I think, a big presentation, and we all decided, each one of us, that we're doing the panel to make an avatar of ourselves. And I went out to Copilot again, my go-to. I don't think it matters what you use. There's a lot of things that will make avatars, but I had to make it 40 different times. And the reason I did is it kept making me I'm make a professor, and then it made me look like an old curmudgeon, and then I make it look younger, and then it made me look 12, and then I said, make it look like a professor that likes technology, and things were coming out of my head, and then it gave me gray hair, and then it gave me blue eyes, and so finally, as I got more descriptive, but I did finally laugh that it did put on a jacket on me, and it put a Jayhawk, which I don't know if that was legal, but it did, and I didn't, and then it actually put kind of quasi Adidas symbols on it. So clearly AI knew that KU is a Adidas campus. So I was like, okay, that's really interesting. But, when I was making it, I was thinking of the presentation you did about all the different avatars and all the mistakes it made. Do you want to share?
Yeah, I actually had to create my own chatbot for that very reason. I went into Poe and created a higher education images chatbot so that I could make avatars and pictures and presentation images that are actually what I say, because I'd say something and it would give me something totally different, or it would give me one student's paying attention, everyone else isn't. I'm like, that's not what I want. No matter how detailed the prompt, it would still give me the wrong thing consistently. And when I'm doing Copilot, it would also give me the wrong words. Great, we have a great picture, but then the words in the picture are all wrong.
And in a different language, or not spelled correctly.
Exactly. And I'm like, kids notice every little thing. And so I created my own, and I actually did it with a bunch of middle schoolers too. I had them work on the specific avatars, and they created really cool, I want this avatar to be a police officer in Chicago, with my face, and adding their pictures and everything into the avatar. You can choose to have an avatar that looks nothing like you or really similar to you. And I was shocked at how many wanted it to look similar to them, but to be a specific superhero or career.
It's funny. Well, and my experience, and I know that happened to you, is that you get a lot of hallucinations with avatars. They're missing a head, missing an arm, and my personal pet peeve, for those of you who design these AI tools out there, and we hope you listen, but this is for our education friends, is every time I ask for a person who is neurodiverse with a disability, they always are in a wheelchair. And I'm like, there's got to be ways to represent. And so, I don't think it's representational of our population. And so it's something to be aware of. And then my last little thought is, yeah, the spelling is crazy. So my second one I thought would be really easy to make was I wanted a teacher in colorful format with technology. And it took me 12 times to get Copilot to spell the word teacher right. I was like, yeah, it wasn't even hard. I kept saying, spell it right. And it would put the word right. And I was like, okay, that's not what I meant either. So it was teacher right. And then I got an arrow. And so finally I had to stop my chat and start a new chat. And I find sometimes when you get down a rabbit hole, you're just better to go new chat and stop trying. So I think the last thing I wondered for the listeners, I tend to use DALL-E and Copilot. What are some other things you said you've created? Can you explain to them what it is and what that means you made your own? Because I think it's a bit like,
so.
what? Should
I
I
know.
Alan Poe? No.
When I do avatars, I tend to go towards Canva or Captions AI or even Creative AI. But what I love about Poe is that I train my avatar. With those other ones, it's trained into whatever they want. With Poe, anyone in seconds can create a free custom avatar. So there are a lot of avatars out there. Any teacher can create their own. There's a great statistics avatar out there that's created by a statistics professor. So you can create whatever you want. But what it does is it combines DALL-E 3 and well, it depends on which ones you click, but you can combine ChatGPT 4o with DALL-E 3 and it'll combine those two chatbots into your own chatbot. So then you get the best of both worlds. So creating your own gives you a lot of flexibility because you can actually click which chatbots you want within yours, which is nice.
And I know our theme here is reclaiming time, and you found a way to create your own, which took you time, but now you get better, or you can try my model of you wasting a little bit of time of trying to get the word teacher spelled right. So again, but much faster than me trying to make art, and yet I still really respect the world of digital artists. Well, I know, Maggie, we're both excited that kind of coming soon is ChatGPT and Sora, which will make videos, but we'll save that for another future podcast. So
that sounds great.
All right.
It's going to be even better than in video, so stay around for that.
So we're excited, and thanks for taking the time to listen to this podcast and hopefully reclaiming some of your own time.